Happy New Year, people. We just wrapped up 2024 and 2025. Just looking forward to all the promises and accomplishments that we can make this year. So I know we all have our New Year's resolutions. One of mine is to find land, develop a house, and turn around and sell it so I can help with this inventory crisis that we have here in Georgia. So I'm finally at the point where financially I can invest and make this happen. So I've been driving around looking for land, just searching. Didn't think it would be this hard. A lot of the lots that you would see online for anything that's an acre or less are pretty much no good. So a lot of them they have storm drains going right through them, can't really use them. Even though in the description, it'll say, perfect lot to build your house on. So I've been going through that quite a bit. A lot of the lots that they're selling are in flood zones. I typically try to stay away from those properties because once you build on them, you're going to need some special type of flood insurance to be able to get financing on them. And some of them require some specific engineering work. So I try to stay away from those. I try to find lots that are pretty level and without too many trees on it. I mean, if I have a bunch of trees, I'm not too mad at it. But of course, those lots are in high demand right now. If you find anything, again, that's leveled, not a lot of trees, you can rest assured that a lot of people are trying to get them. We're in Atlanta, so you have a lot of cash heavy people, and there's a lot of new construction builds going on here right now. So it's very competitive. It's been pretty tough. I've been looking pretty rigorously over the past couple of months. There was one lot that I did find in the Lakewood area that was perfect. It was perfect. But of course, it was already sold. The agent just didn't update the listing, which is something that happens quite common. And it irks me anytime that I see that. I'm a fellow agent myself. So I would just urge that, all of us agents keep things up to date, because what it does is it gets your clients all riled up, thinking they found something just for it to already be on the contract. So I've dealt with quite a bit of that. But we're here on the west side of Atlanta, and again, my friend and builder Tommy, he told me about this lot, and he was like, he would grade it a 6 or 7 in regards to the opportunity. Of course, the area is an up and coming area, and there's not as much new construction going on, not crazy high comps going on. So this isn't going to be one that's going to provide like a super big return. I'm not necessarily looking for a huge return. I'm looking for to be able to get into the game, learn the building process so that I can identify opportunities, build them, and then turn around and sell them myself too. Like if there's anything that would bring me joy in real estate, because right now, I'm an agent, so I help people buy, sell, and find investment properties. That's cool and all, but I do like the build side of things. I like the creative side of things. So if I can mix both of them together, work wouldn't really feel like work anymore, So I'm excited to be at this point. This is part 3 of my master plan. Got into real estate in 2020. Part 1 of my plan was, get my real estate license and learn and develop my resources. So over the past 3-4 years, that's what I've been doing. So now I know a lot of people who's building. I know where to get my money from. Part 2 was save up the money and start being able to identify opportunities. So I've done that. And then now it's part 3, where it's time to pull the trigger, finding an opportunity and making it happen. So we're here. I'm super excited for 2025. My goal is to at least do 1 build. So find a lot, do a build, and then find another lot for the second property. So that's my goal in regards to building properties and selling them for this year. If I can do more, that's great. But we're not trying to do anything less than that. So I've been praying about this. I've been planning. I've been doing everything that I've been needed to do to try to make this work. Again, we're on the west side, in the Cascade area. Where I'm at now, the comps aren't all the way there. There's been a couple of houses that sold that that can justify it, but I've also seen some that have expired off the market. I don't know exactly why they haven't. I know they were a little bit higher in price, in the area. Haven't seen those numbers yet. But we're out here, so I'm gonna walk the land, check it out, tell you a couple of things that I see. It was one thing that really caught our eye today. Originally, when my friend saw this lot, he saw that somebody was going to be building a couple lots over, but they never started anything. And then we came back out here and saw what they were building, and it's pretty nice. It's a pretty nice house. I don't know what they're going to try to sell it for. You know, for what it is, it looks like something that's going to be, you know, for the area, it's going to be around 500,000 or better. But this area haven't really seen comps like that. And I keep saying comps, pretty much what I look at for comps. You don't want to go anywhere outside of 1 mile of the area of the property that you're looking at. So within that, you're looking for property that sold typically within the last 90 days. You can't extend to the last 6 months. But typically properties that sold within the last 90 days, that are similar in size and bedroom count. Sometimes you can be off by bedroom, but really the square footage, you want it to be the same. Lot size that you want it to be the same too. So you want to look at the recent sales, at least try to find 3 of those. And then if you can find those, then those are pretty much your comp. You can have a good idea if your house is going to appraise for that amount or not. The other thing that you got to worry about too, it's not all about what the house is going to appraise for. It's about how many buyers that you have in the area that's even going to buy the house. So you can have a bunch of $1 million houses in a row, and they appraise for $1 million. But if you don't have a bunch of buyers in the area that's buying $1 million houses, then you're just going to have these houses that's worth $1 million just sitting there. So that's also the other worry. As of right now, as far as competition, I don't see a lot that's just listed for sale and just sitting there. Of course, the house that I'm going to show you that's already built, that one's probably going to be coming to the market. I saw one that sold a few months ago in the price point that I liked. One thing that does worry me is that there were, I think I mentioned it before, 3 other new constructions that did expire off the market. They are going at a little bit higher price point than I would be trying to go with this one. So I'm not too worried about that. I'm also going to drive by and just kind of see what the street looks like, if there's anything, you know, crazy around it that hindered them from being sold. Because if you have something crazy like a train going through your backyard, or you know, the house is off of a main road, or there's power lines going through your property, crazy things like that, those would definitely hinder the sale, you know, slow things down for you too. So we're going to walk this lot first. This is the one that I'm considering buying. This one actually expired off the market, so I'm gonna have to try to get in contact with the agent and see if they are still willing to sell it, but hopefully so. Because if so, then I'd be super happy, finally be able to get a project started. So let's go check this lot out. All right, so I'm standing right outside of the lot that's for sale right now. And as you can see, it's relatively flat. You do have like a little dip going off to the left, but nothing too crazy. You see there's not a lot of trees at all. Online it says it's 0.76 acres, so obviously it goes back a little bit, but even this space right here is pretty good. It's pretty good to work with. So I kind of pan around so you can see what the neighborhood looks like. Again, so we're on the west side of town, close to MLK Road. You got 285 and 20 within a mile away from here. So good access to highways. You got Cascade Skating Rink where they shot ATL, you know, T.I., Nunu, all them. You got that right up the street, so that's kind of a staple. Not to say that that's what really brings people to the area, but if you move here, you still got something to do. Not too far from the city at all, so that's really the main selling point. Another selling point is going to be the size lot that's here. So my goal would be to flatten this lot out as much as possible and just make the yard space very usable and try to create some privacy for people. So that's mainly what I've seen, what most people want out of a house, and that the land would definitely help sell it. I'd be looking to put at least a 4-bedroom, 2.5 to 3 full bathroom house in here. And the backyard is definitely gonna have like a nice, may put a covered patio. I know that's a good selling point. I know my design language, I want more of like the modern industrial kind of farmhouse look. Given the fact that we're in Atlanta, close to the industrial side, you know, you got your mix of kind of the industrial feel. Us being in the South, have the farmhouse look too. That's pretty popular right now. The house that's a couple doors down, the new construction that I was talking about, is more of like a modern contemporary. You got this black in color, looks really nice. I do like that too. So the other idea is to kind of match that design language. I think that'll be pretty cool. But yeah, this is the lot here. And let me know what y'all think. I like it so far already. So let's walk down here and we'll just try to check out the new construction house that I was talking about. And again, this is really good to see. It gives you a little bit of confidence. So these are the new guys on the block. So I didn't have to like pioneer this specific neighborhood or be the pioneer in the specific neighborhood of this block, because somebody else already had the guts to do it. The only thing better would have been to see if this house had sold and see what it sold for. But I do think it would sell. It's just different enough, you know. Which I think is pretty nice, right? Pretty bold in color. Do y'all like the boldness of it? They went all black on the outside. That door is pretty nice. Have a really good lot. Nice, flat. Goes pretty far back. That's a good look. And then there's a lot right next to it that's cleared out that looks like somebody's about to build on it too. So really good activity that I'd like to see here. Really good activity. So y'all pray for me. I'm trying to get in contact with the agent to see if they're still willing to sell. And if they are willing to sell, I could quite possibly have my first project going on. And of course, I'll take you all through the whole process on that, because this is going to be something that I'm going to be doing from here on out. So I appreciate y'all checking in. Happy New Year. Hope y'all hit all y'all goals. Please pray that I hit my goals. And until next time.